Grand Slam channel. Thank you for tuning in. This video will be a bit different for some of my faithful subscribers, but this channel was originally created for some good old baseball content. Don't worry, daily prize pick videos will still be uploaded. This video is for the baseball enthusiasts who already miss baseball. Congratulations to the Texas Rangers on a well-deserved championship. I bet no one saw that coming. Let's get started on what I think the Los Angeles Dodgers should do this offseason after their embarrassing exit from the playoffs. As a Dodger fan myself, there were so many weaknesses I saw in this team heading into playoffs. Clearly we had no pitching, and the offense was nowhere to be found. But the problems began way before the season started. With the early loss of Walker Buehler to Tommy John, the downhill began. Gavin Lux, who was supposed to be the starting shortstop, tore his Achilles tendon in spring training. Dustin May never recovered from his injury and ultimately led to elbow surgery. Tony Gonsolin was lost midway due to Tommy John. Noah Syndergaard was a horrible signing and was eventually traded for Ahmed Rosario. Then the Julio Urias debacle hit, which was a huge blow, which at this time, Julio Urias was technically our ace and a reliable arm every 5 days. Then there's Clayton Kershaw, who I believe was injured all season. It's no surprise that as soon as the Dodgers were eliminated from playoffs, he had major shoulder surgery days after. Lance Lynn was a serviceable pitcher during the season when he was acquired, but he was not the answer. Bobby Miller was a rookie who pitched extremely well, but it was an impossible task for a rookie pitcher to carry a team. Michael Grove, Gavin Stone, Emmett Sheehan, and Ryan Pipiot pitched decent during the season, but hardly were a factor in the playoffs. When the Dodgers did get eliminated, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman took the heat on their elimination. Their offense was non-existent in playoffs. Last time I checked, baseball is a team sport. What happened to the other 7 hitters? Mookie and Freddie had MVP seasons. Respectfully, they came in second and third in the MVP race behind Ronald Acuna. With the exception of Will Smith, the Dodgers offense was nowhere to be found. Then the other excuse comes in, usually from disgruntled Dodger fans, with putting the blame on Dave Roberts. Sure, there's questionable calls every year regarding Dave Roberts, but this year the fall is not on him. My only dislike this whole season from Dave Roberts is why in the world do you bat Max Muncy at the cleanup spot? A 200 hitter? Yes, he has home run potential, but when you have a JD Martinez or even Will Smith, they can do a better job at the cleanup spot. Here's a list of all the players that became free agents when the Dodgers were eliminated. To be honest, I would resign only 2 players, maybe 3. As for the rest, it's time to make some drastic changes this offseason. Everyone is expecting the Dodgers to make a huge run for Shohei Ohtani. Many experts believe he will land with the Dodgers. But as much as I like him, and he's probably going to be regarded as one of the greatest players of all time, I think the Dodgers should pass on him. Hard to swallow, to be honest with you. Shohei Ohtani is the package, but he is only one player. He's not going to be pitching this season, which what the Dodgers need is pitching. Obviously, he's a primetime hitter, 45 to 50 home runs, 280, 290 average, 120 something RBIs, and he can steal 20 to 25 bases. He's a 5-tool player, no doubt about it. But I think the Dodgers should pass on Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is going to be expensive. We're looking at $400 to $475 million for one player. The Dodgers can use the money elsewhere and fill other needs. First order of business is signing Clayton Kershaw. You sign him to a 1 to 2 year deal. He needs to retire as a Dodger Blue. I'm sure the fans can agree with me on this one. He is going to miss the first half of the season, but the Dodgers need to sign him to a 2-year deal. Second order of business, you have to get Brandon Woodruff. In a shocking move by the Brewers, they non-tendered him and made him a free agent. He is going to miss the 2024 season, but the Dodgers can take advantage of that and get him now while he's on the market. He is definitely can be an ace of a team. Third order of business is signing Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and you sign him to a 7-year deal, $161 million, $23 million a season, surpassing Masahiro Tanaka's deal of the New York Yankees. He is 25 years old, and he's basically won the last 3 Cy Youngs in the past 4 years. Fourth order of business is you sign Blake Snell, 2-time Cy Young Award winner. You sign him to a 6-year deal, $174 million. Takes him to his 36-year-old season. That's $29 million a season, and will probably be the highest mark for any free agent pitcher, and will probably surpass Aaron Nola's recent contract as well. Next, you sign 2 top relievers. Actually, the top 2 relievers on the market that I think is Jordan Hicks, a 27-year-old. You sign him to a 2-year deal. He is wild, but I think the Dodgers can work on him. They can work their magic on him. Next, you sign Liam Hendriks. You also sign him to a 2-year deal. And then you re-sign JD Martinez. You try to re-sign him, or you sign the top DH out there, which is Jorge Soler. And we all know what Jorge Soler can do. Next, we head on to the trades. And I have 2 massive trades the Dodgers can do. Many will expect the Corbin Burns and the Willie Adams, but no. First trade I would do is trade for Bo Bichette of the Toronto Blue Jays. What can the Dodgers send them? We send them Miguel Rojas, Alex Vesia, number 2 prospect Michael Busch, and number 6 prospect Peyton Martin. Bo Bichette is under control for the next 2 years at a reasonable cost. This season he will be making $12 million, and 2025 he'll be making $17.5. That's pretty good for a 5-tool player. And the Dodgers can actually look into extending him as well. Next big trade, and I think this is a mega trade that can change the Dodgers' direction. You make a trade with the White Sox. You trade for Dylan Cease, and you trade for 5-tool Luis Robert. Now this trade, the Dodgers are going to have to give up plenty of prospects, but the Dodgers are deep in their farm. Dylan Cease has 2 years of control, less than $10 million for the next 2 years. And then Luis Robert signed one of those deals like the Atlanta Braves did. He has a 6-year, $50 million deal, and he's in control until 2027. He's making $12.5 next year, 2024, $15 million in 2025, and $20 million for 26 and 27. That's reasonable for the Dodgers, who can use his star power. Now, what do we have to give up? We give up number 1 prospect, Dalton Rushing. Dalton Rushing is a catcher and a first baseman, but he's in single A. A lot of promise, but we still get to keep Diego Cartaya and Hunter Fiducia. Next piece is number 6 prospect, Andy Pages. He's basically MLB ready and can fill in the role for Luis Roberts' loss in the White Sox lineup. Next up, we send them two top rookies of the Dodgers farm. We send them Emmett Sheehan and Michael Grove. Then we add Ryan Yarbrough as a long reliever for them. And then we add number 10 prospect, Corbett Vivas. This is a trade, and I'll still add more if the White Sox still want more. But with this will be the lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers for the 2024 season. First baseman, Freddie Freeman. Second baseman, Gavin Lux. Shortstop, Bo Bichette. Third base, Max Muncy. Catcher, Will Smith. Left field, James Outman. Center field, Luis Robert. Right field, Mookie Betts. And as for DH, you can re-sign JD Martinez to another 2-year deal, or you can sign Jorge Soler for the DH spot. Now that's a lineup that's going to make some damage in the playoffs. And this is your rotation, your 5-man rotation. Your number 1 can be either Blake Snell or Dylan Cease. I think Blake Snell should be number 1. Number 2, Dylan Cease. Number 3, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Number 4, Walker Buehler. His innings are going to be limited this season, but with him being number 4 starter, pitching 4 to 5, maybe 6 innings, they can keep his innings low, and they can have Ryan Pepiot take the bulk relief. And then number 5 starter, Bobby Miller. Your bullpen will be Yency Almonte, JP Feierheisen, who is coming off the IL, Brusdar Graterol, Evan Phillips, Blake Trinan coming back from injury, Ryan Pepiot. You promote Gavin Stone and you keep him in the big leagues. And then your 2 newly relief pitcher signings, Jordan Hicks and Liam Hendricks. And your bench consists backup catcher Austin Barnes, Chris Taylor, and Miguel Vargas. Both can play the infield and outfield. You could look into re-signing Jason Hayward, but that is obviously if the Dodgers do have room on the 25-man roster. So just imagine a lineup. Batting leadoff, Mookie Betts. Batting second, Bo Bichette. Batting third, Freddie Freeman. Batting fourth, Luis Robert. Batting 5, Will Smith. Batting 6, JD or Jorge Soler. Batting 7, Max Muncy. Batting 8, James Outman. Batting 9, Gavin Lux. This is what I think the Dodgers should do, and the moves they need to do now. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and comment.